Doesn't matter where you came from. That took me a long time to understand that too. A lot of therapy. School was not my forte. I stopped going to school in 6th grade. Had all three of my kids by the time I was 20 years old. And looking back now, it's like, did that happen? And my kids are pretty great. I'm very proud of them. I said it, I used to say if I didn't do anything else right, I would protect them, and I did from what I could anyway. And then I raised them to be decent people, to love people, to help people. During the time, I would try to go to nurse school a few times. Things kept happening in my life. And I was not successful the first few times. And then I also learned I had a learning disability. And I just always thought I wasn't good enough because I didn't finish school. But I realized that it wasn't that I wasn't good enough. It just wasn't my time to go. It wasn't my time to finish then. And then whenever I was 20 years old, I started working at Walmart Distribution Center. I became a supervisor, and then I became a manager, and I did that for almost 10 years. And then I lost my job. And then in the process, my house got foreclosed. Had a lot of things going on, but that's when I learned I could go back to school because there was this program called the WIA program. And since I lost my job and I had been there for so long, I was able to get unemployment. In 2011, I started from the below college level courses because the last grade I actually completed was 6th grade. And I did really well, and I made all A's and B's through my courses. I went to nursing school at Gaston, and my son was hit by a drunk driver in 2011. And I always talk about that because it did change my life. It was really hard. I thought I went through some hard times in my life. That was probably one of the hardest times in my life. Needless to say, I did not pass. I probably failed by not even 2 points. So I was at Lenore Ryan University, and I was unsuccessful in the nursing program, but I didn't give up. I still went to school there, and I graduated with a bachelor's in human community services because I felt like that would help me be able to help people in the community. So the ED is where I'm at, and I love it. And that's what made me want to work in the emergency medicine is because of my son, because I really watched them bring him back to life. And that was just, I never forgot that. All the stuff that I've like witnessed or been a part of or even overcome, there was nothing like watching somebody bring life back to something that didn't have life. And that was just amazing. So I always knew that I was going to be in emergency medicine. It's just something I really know I'm meant to do. I have been caring for people since before I was even old enough to care for myself. I've been caring for others, and I'm really good at it. I have a good heart for it. I have a big heart. I don't like people to always know that, but when it comes to healthcare, it's okay to let people know you have a big heart. So my husband kept telling me to come here. I was like, I'll just apply there and see what happens. And it's just a great thing. They try to keep you and help you be successful. This nursing program, at least, I know for a fact. I felt like if we needed help, we could go to our instructors, we could go to anybody, and they would help us. And that says a lot. So I thank God I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I really appreciate the Cleveland Community College because I feel like they have really aided in me being successful because they do offer tutoring, they offer nursing tutoring, and that's a big deal. A lot of schools don't offer nursing tutoring, like with real nursing students or with real that can understand what you're going through in nursing school because unless you're in school to be a nurse or going to nurse school, you do not know the struggles. And the fact that I've gone through it a couple of times is just more mind-boggling to me. But then again, it's going to be very rewarding whenever I finish, and I know it will. Now my kids are older. They support me a lot. They always encourage me. They're my biggest cheerleaders. Them and my husband, they're all about it. They're so excited that I'm graduating. And they're even more excited that I graduated with honors. This is the first time I'm ever going to wear a graduation cap and a gown in all the years. Even when I went to get my GED, I mean, I didn't walk. I didn't participate in any of that kind of stuff. I just didn't think it meant much. I figured, I got my degree. That's what I wanted. That's what was important. But this time I know it took a lot of hard work and it took a lot of determination. I really do like to learn, and I think it's good for the soul and the brain because it also makes you learn more about yourself and what you're capable of doing. So one thing I can honestly say is that I'm very proud of myself. I have deserved that because I have really worked hard. Just do it. Just apply and do it because you're doing this for yourself, no one else. Whatever's holding you back, if you're scared or the cost or whatever, there's all kind of resources out there that help you pay for it. But really knowing that you've earned what you wanted to earn, it's it's priceless. Like it's a good feeling to know that you've came the distance, regardless of all the obstacles that was in your way.